Hi, this is Debbie Sementelli with DebbieSementelli.com. I'm a lettering artist and font designer, and I am today going to show you how to use the Belluccia borders in Microsoft Word. Of course, you can also do this in Adobe Photoshop or InDesign or Illustrator, but sometimes people don't realize they can also do this in something like Word or any other publishing program. So first I'm going to show you where you can get the Belluccia borders and the guideline. If you go to my website, DebbieSementelli.com, you'll see all of my fonts. And if you click on Belluccia, scroll down, you'll see all the user guides are here. There's links to all of them. And if you click on Belluccia borders, you'll get what I'm using to show you. So let's go to our Microsoft Word, and I'm going to show you some things here. Once you've downloaded Belluccia borders, you would find it in your fonts list in Microsoft Word. So it says Belluccia borders up here in the font list on the far upper left-hand corner of the menu. If you click on the pull down arrow, you'll see the font is checked, and I'm highlighting it here in blue, but it does not say Belluccia borders in the list itself. It just shows the borders. So just know that when you're going to look for it, you'll just see the borders there. But as soon as you click on it, it will have the words Belluccia borders in the actual font list. The other thing I want to point out is typically in Word, you'll see the font size stops at 72. You may think that that's as big as you can make the font, but that's not right. It's not correct. You can actually highlight that number and then type in the number that you want. In this case, I've typed in 100 so that we can get a larger size to show you. So if I go over to the Belluccia Borders Guidebook, you'll see as I scroll down and you're looking on the left-hand column, that there's lots of different options for you to use. I've created all of these options to give you some variety to make all kinds of products. So for instance, if you wanted to make some table numbers, that would be a great use for it, or any other kind of signage for a wedding or party. You can also, they don't have to be square, they can be round. You can also extend the inner part and make them rectangular. So there's lots of different things you can do with them. So first, we're just going to demo the very first one. And if you look on the extreme right, you'll see the exact keys that you would need to type in to make what's on the left. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So follow along. You would press down Shift, because in this case we're using the exclamation point, the @ sign, and the number sign, or what some people call hashtag. Then we're going to hit return, so we can go back up to the other side. I'm going to once again hit Shift and hit the $sign, then space, whoops, made too many spaces, then the percentage sign. I'm going to hit return again, and I'm going to hit the sign above the 6, which is called a caret, and then the ampersand, and after that, the asterisk. So I tried to keep them right in a row so it's very easy for you to figure out how to use these. Now let's say that you just wanted this to be circular. Let's go back, and we would just hit the, again, Shift and the exclamation point, and then we would skip over to the hashtag sign, return, come back and hit the caret and the asterisk. So we're only hitting the keys that make the corners essentially, and that gives us a nice round shape. Now if I wanted to make this larger, I can simply go up to the font size. I'm going to have to type it in. So let's say I go up to 125. up. I want to make it even larger than that. I go up to 150. And there we go. Nice large size. You could put a monogram in there, which would look very nice. Also, if you are someone who has cutting machines, you can use these borders in your cutting machines. So you can make stencils and vinyls that you can put on any kind of signage that you want or design that you want. So you can use these in SVGs. So let's go down to this shape here, which is much longer, the rectangular shape. So we'll go to this. Okay, there we go. So let's get rid of this. And now I'm going to reduce the size because it's going to be rectangular and my shape is, or my paper is only so wide. Okay, so in this one you'll see, if you refer to the extreme right, that I'm just hitting Q, R, S, T, and space, and U, there we go, return, V, and W, and X, okay? Now if I wanted to make this more rectangular, I would just come up here. Well, let me just get rid of this. Let me start all over so it's very clear to you what I'm doing. So I would hit the Q, R is next, right? And now I just keep hitting R as many times as I want in order to create that rectangular shape. And then S gives us that end. All right. So I am now creating the second space, which is T. And now, just like I repeated the R's, I've got to repeat the spaces so that I get enough space in there. And now U, return. Now I'm coming back to the V to give myself that corner. And again, because I want to go all the way across, I'm going to hit W, 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 and now finish off with X to give myself that corner. So that is, and I'm just going to hit right click and hit ignore all, ignore, so that I get rid of those green lines. That's something, and red lines, something Microsoft does when it's sensing an error. But that's all you do, get rid of it by ignoring it. So there you have the rectangular shape. And again, if I wanted to put something in this shape, I could do that. So let's get a text box. And I'm going to put the text box down here, make it about that size of the shape, a little bit like that. Okay. And I'm going to go up and get Belluccia. So how about if I do Belluccia Pro? So I'm looking down on my list, and there's Belluccia Pro. There it is. Okay, Belluccia Pro. I'm going to hit Mr. and get an ampersand and Mrs. Now I want to center this, so I'm going to highlight it and go up here to the menu where it says Center Text and put it there. So I can probably go a little bit larger, go up to 95. And now I'm going to move that. Okay, so if I wanted to, before I do that, I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to wrap text and put none. And what this does is it allows me to just put this right over here without any problems. So there we have, where you could make yourself a Mr. and Mrs. sign. You could put just Mr. and just Mrs. You could make this even bigger if I wanted to come back in here. Let me do that. Let me move this down for a bit. So let's say I wanted to make this longer. If I come over here and hit return, I'm going to go back to that T space and T. Oh, I had one too many spaces there, so it skipped the space, 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 T. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to be hitting U now. Okay, there we go. Come back over here, hit T, space, 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 U. So you see how I'm doing that? I'm just adding the T, which gives me this left side, and then hitting the appropriate amount of spaces, and then U, which gives me the right side. So if I wanted to say, best wishes for the Misters and Mrs., let's say, create a text box. I'm going to go ahead and put the wording in here first. Okay. So let's say we say best wishes for the Mr. and Mrs. And let's put a space in there. Space that a little bit better there. Oh. Let's make it centered. Okay. And move that down. Okay. So now I'm going to right click, wrap text, none. And there you go. It automatically allows me to place it in the artwork that I've already created. And once again, if I did want to get rid of these green lines, I just right click, ignore. So ignore, ignore. But again, they're just kind of frustrating to have them on your screen all the time. Oh, right click, come on. Come on, there we go. But they're not going to print, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that is my demo on how to use the borders in Microsoft Word. I hope this was helpful to you. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.